Hey yo, what is up, everybody? I hope you're all having a fantastic day, fantastic night. You already know whatever time you're watching this video, okay? Thank you all for taking the time to watch. Anyways, today I'm gonna be talking about a little trip report, okay? A little trip report, and it was kind of fun and jam packed with some awesome activities. All right. So first off, right, let's start with sorry for that sorry for that little hiccup there. We're gonna start with how it all let's start with the dose. All right. Sorry. So I was gonna be taking 3 hits while my friend we'll just call her Emily. While my friend Emily was gonna be taking I think she took 1 or 2. Let's go with 2. You know, she's a trooper. I think at the time she had taken a lot more acid than me at the time. So, anyways, she was taking 2, I was taking 3, and our first stop was the aquarium. And the aquarium is an awesome place to be if you can handle yourself in public on psychedelics, right? There's wildlife, the the fish tanks and everything. You're literally immersed in a whole new world of just fucking bliss. All right, shit was blissful to say the least. Like I was forming connections with animals that. I'm pretty sure the animals are like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? But I felt like we were having an emotional connection. All right, I went into there was like this enclosure with these birds, right? And I'm pretty sure, honestly, bro, I'm pretty sure this isn't normal. Maybe my cologne I had on, these birds were really fucking with me. But Emily and I were in like the bird enclosure, or whatever, and these birds like they were in a tree, right? And the second we came in, like the whole flock of birds like came over to us, and they would just like come and like stand in front of us, and then we were like, what the like Emily and I looked at each other, we're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, is this actually happening? And I'm looking around to see if anyone else has like a crowd of birds around them, and no one does. Like they're all like listening to like there's like someone in there like talking, like giving information about the words that information about the birds in there, you know, that obviously someone that works in there, they're like talking about the birds and like giving information and all the fun facts about them and whatnot. And when this happened, that group, they like the whatever person that was talking about the birds like looked over at us and like saw what was happening, and they were like, what the hell? And they like finished, like I don't know how we long we were there with these birds, right? Emily and I just like kind of looking at them, and they were like, we like tried to walk away from them, and they started to follow us, and like we didn't have any food, we hadn't fed them anything, we were just on another fucking wavelength. And I feel like these birds, they just knew, like they knew what's up. They were like, yo, you guys, y'all are different right now than the rest of these humans over here. You guys are on a different wavelength, and we fucking see it, and we're here to bust you. Or I don't know. I felt like one of the birds was gonna whip out like a fucking FBI like badge and be like, "Fuck, freeze! You're under arrest." You know, just for tripping at the aquarium. But that didn't happen. They were just like following us, and like I don't know, man. This shit was weird. So they were like literally following us, right? And the girl that was like that worked there, that had finished like giving her little speech about the fucking birds and whatnot. She like walked over to us, and she was like, I've never really seen this. You know, this is kind of rare. You know, usually the birds like are kind of they flee, or you know, you can't really get too close to them unless you're feeding them anything. And she was like, "Are you y'all fed them anything?" And we were like, "Nah, we're just walking." And the girl was like, "Hmm, that's odd." And she just went about her day. But anyways, I know. Okay, but sorry. Before I should have explained this too. Before the whole bird thing happened, right? I wish I still had the picture, but when I felt the acid kick in, right? Um, we had taken it like before we got to the like on the way to the aquarium. We took it, but in the aquarium, when we were like, there's this like glass bridge or some shit that like you can walk on, and underneath the obviously you can see through and you can look down and you just see like the whole tank and like there's fish in it. It looks so fucking dope. And that was when I looked down and I saw my feet and I saw like the water beneath me and all the animals like swimming. Immediately, it's when it kicked in. Like I don't. For those of you that have taken psychedelics, you know, like when it kicks in, the shit just kicks in. Like the come up is like almost like the headspace just changes. It's just like just washes over your reality, and you're like, okay, now something's weird. You know, now things are different right now. The colors are super vibrant. Someone turned on the HD in here. It is no longer 360p. It is fucking 4K now. It's fucking 4K. You know, we upgraded. But yeah, I wish I still had the picture. That was such a good picture. But anyways, so you know, we venture off from the birds and we go to I think we went to go touch the jellyfish, and that was an experience in its own too. Like I don't know if you guys have ever touched jellyfish just in general, but touching jellyfish when you're on acid is like bam, like I touched that jellyfish and I felt like I lived its whole life. I was like, oh shit, that's what you went through? What the fuck? And mind you, this isn't really a low dose, like 300 three hits of acid. I go by like whatever one hit is just 100 UGs to me. Like I whatever your bullshit, whatever the dealer says, unless I saw this motherfucker drop the acid on it himself or he has the vial and he's doing it himself, I don't believe this whole like double triple dosed. But apparently they were around 200 UGs. I don't believe that. Regardless, but you know, I was on three of those. So again, I'm only on 300 UGs. I'm not gonna claim I was on 600 or fucking. That's nah. Anyways, so I'm not on a low dose. All right. So this is a good dose. I'm feeling it. Right. Like I'm on the verge of like being in public. Really can really reveal like how high you are. Or just how out of it you are, because when you're like in your comfort zone at home or anything, excuse me, when you're in your comfort zone and you're tripping or and whatnot, you don't really realize how fucked up you are until you go into like a public space, and then you're like, holy shit, I'm out of it. I'm fucking tweaking right now. Like this is not normal. I'm definitely tripping. Like if Sac was a place, I'm tripping fucking Sac right now. So I'm pretty out of my fucking mind. I'm having a good time, but I'm like I'm barely keeping it together. Okay, I'm like I don't know what was going on. These hits were pretty strong, but you know I was keeping it together. All right, maybe you know no one said anything to me, but you know I don't know. We didn't get in trouble. That's like, hey, thank the fucking whatever, thank the God, whatever you want to call him. I was just thankful to be having a good time at the aquarium, not getting caught. All right. So we are, you know, I touched the jellyfish. I swear I lived this whole fucking life. I did it, but you know, I felt like I formed a connection with Jelly. All right, I even gave him a little name. It's not a very fancy name, but his name was Jelly to me now. He's no longer Jellyfish. He was Jelly. That's my little Jelly friend. I hope he's doing all right wherever he or she is at. I don't know if they have genders, but wherever that little Jelly's at, I fucking love you. You know, I don't think you'll ever hear this, but I love you, Jelly. I really do. You know, I really wish I could have you know taken you out of there and putting you in the real you know in the ocean, but I'm pretty sure they feed you there and they give you a nice little you know nice little time. Sorry, I'm rambling about fucking jelly. You know, I'm sorry. Uh, so after the jellyfish, um, time time literally flew. Like we went after the jellyfish. We went and I saw like this like statue of a mermaid or something. I took a picture with the I probably look crazy because like the it wasn't like a stone statue. It was kind of like I don't know if it was what it was made out of, but it was like colored in, and you could like take a picture with it and everything. And it was like on the ground, so like I sat on its lap and I kind of like put my arm around it, and I was kind of like looking in its eye, like fucking I'll fuck a mermaid right now. Oh my god, I'm sorry, weird shit. Okay, I was falling in love with the mermaid at the aquarium, and this mermaid wasn't even real. It was just, I don't know. It just had this look in its eye, like it really needed my love. I was there for it in that moment. All of my love for that mermaid, and that jelly. Okay, so regardless of that, so I take a picture with the mermaid. I'm sad. I had to leave my wife there. She was now a statue. So it's okay. So after that, we didn't even realize how time had flown. Okay, hold on. Before I fucking skip here, we passed by this machine. You know those this hurricane simulator that like you get in and it just like fucking blows you. Oh, that sounds weird. It just blows wind around in the little tunnel and you're just in there. So Emily was like, "Hey, why don't you get in there and I'll just like take a video of you in there, take a picture of you in there while you're in the hurricane." And again, when I got in this little hurricane, at first I wasn't really about it. I was like, I don't know, it sounds kind of stupid and childish, but I've never done one, so fuck it, let's do it. And I get in this thing, and oh, it felt like I was on a fucking roller coaster, or in the middle of a storm. It really felt like that, but I was safe in there. But it was so, man, the wind, like it slowly picks up too. Like it doesn't just like fucking blast you like immediately. It'll show you like, oh, the winds are at like 30, and now they're at 35 or 40, and so on and so forth, all the way up to like, I think it went up to I think it was either 80 or 90 miles. I think 80. It didn't go that high, but I'm pretty sure hurricane wind started like 72 miles per hour, some shit like that. I know about hurricanes, okay? I live in Florida. I know these motherfuckers. But it didn't give me like category 5, 150 mile per hour winds in there. I probably would have flew out the damn machine. Anyways, still, regardless, 80 mile per hour winds, 70 mile per hour winds were literally making me feel like I was Dorothy in a fucking tornado, and I was on my way to see Wizard of Oz. I was gonna fuck up that witch if I ever saw her in her stupid fucking nose. Anyways, after the hurricane simulator, I think it was already time. Like that day, the aquarium was shutting down kind of early, which kind of sucked. But you know how they say like it sucked, but also since we had to leave the aquarium early, it was time to find something else to do. So, we had time to go to this we went to this place, I forget what it's called, right? But they had go-karts, batting cages, and like a golf course. And then like this other they just had a bunch of little activities. I forget what it's called, but it was like a little fun spot. So we headed over there and we did the first thing we did was the go-karts, right? And holy shit, bro. Oh my god. Mario Kart? Fuck Mario Kart. You do fucking acid and go to okay, let me not recommend this because, some of y'all motherfuckers really can't be doing this. But I had a blast, alright? Being this fucked up and then riding go-karts, and we were literally like some of the only people there. So I think it was just Emily and I. We went around this. We did it the whole like track by ourselves. Like there was no other competitors or anything. It was just Mario and Peach. All right, I'm Mario because of my little fucking mustache, and she's Peach. All right, so we and you could tell we were fucked up because so she gets the head start on me, right? And because she got such a head start on me, like, the dude was still buckling me up and she was already, like, she didn't even wait for me, this little fucker. So she takes off and I'm way behind, right? So she slows down to, like, let me catch up so then we can, so we can race, all right? We can cut corners and see who can cut that corner the best and cut in front of each other. So she slows down and I start getting on her ass, all right? I'm fucking shit up on this cart. I told you, I'm Mario, bitch. Mario's always winning this race. So I caught her ass on the turn, right? And since I got in front of her, she was trying extra hard to get in front of me, right? And when she did, we went around this turn, right? And she just like she spun out and ended up like her cart ended up backwards on the track, right? So now she was like she's trying to like do like a 3 point turn and she's like hitting the walls and the look on her face like was just hilarious because we knew we were both so fucked up and like we were just having so much fun. I love them. I fucking love you, Emily. If you ever hear this, you're literally my best friend. You always will be. Anyways, so after that, I think we did the oh yeah. So after the whole go, we did our go kart shit, and then we head to the batting cages, and they gave me this. I'll see if I can get the picture, but they only had like pink fucking helmets, so I look like a I look like a little fucking bitch out there with my pink helmet and my bullshit bat. I didn't bring a bat, so I'm using like the bats that they give you that are like for 5-year-olds. It was ridiculous, but hey, I used to play baseball for a couple years when I was younger, so I'm hitting dingers, motherfucker. My goal every time I go to the batting cage is like usually when they have a pole. There's usually like a big ass pole that like holds up the net that like kind of keeps the whole thing up with the batting cages. My goal is to fucking hit that pole with the ball, and once I do, I'm done. All right. If I can get a good shot, and you know when you just hear that ding, right? You just hear the bing. Oh, it's so satisfying. I love that shit. So I hit a fucking dinger. I'm like, all right, I'm good. Like it felt, especially on acid. Like when I hit the ball, it was like I saw. It was just one ball I hit, but it was like I saw 4 balls behind it. That was like that trail. You know what I mean? And so and it happens in like slow motion. It's just fucking awesome. Acid is such a fun psychedelic if you can handle yourself. It's actually pretty awesome. That's why I love it so much. Anyways, after I hit my fucking dinger, she tries getting in there, and Emily sucks, so she's not hitting shit. So she's like, oh damn, I thought you were making it look easy. Like I don't know how the fuck you did that. I'm saying, that's just how it is, bitch. I'm fucking nah. I'm just kidding. But anyways, so after she fails at her hitting the ball, she was like, well, let's just do something else. So we head into there was an arcade as well. So she didn't want to do the mini golf, which I was like, that's whatever. But we go into the arcade, right, and this is where things kind of turned a little bit. All right, so we're sitting down, and now we went to play. We just did go karts, and they had like a Mario Kart game in there, and we were about to start playing that, right? And as we're about to start playing, I get a fucking text from my mom, and at the time I was still I was staying with my mom, and my mom's kind of strict, okay, and I don't know why, but my brother and I were kind of like beefing at the time. I don't know what argument, I can't remember what argument we had gotten into, but we were just kind of beefing at the time. And my mom knew I was with this girl, and my brother tells my mom that like, oh, he's with her, they love to do acid together and psychedelics and do all these drugs, and like, you already know, bro. My mom sends me this text that like she just knows how to really ruin my fucking my mood sometimes. I love the shit out of you, mom, but you really send some text that can make me spiral into just despair. So I can't remember what exactly she said, but she pretty much just said like, Anthony told me this, blah blah blah. I hope you're not out there doing drugs and blah blah, all this shit. And it just really fucked up my headspace for a little bit. But Emily quickly saw like what I was going through, and she's like, hey, hey, don't worry about that. We're here to have a good time. Like, your brother's just mad because of whatever situation. Like, don't let it get to you, because I'm pretty sure she was feeling my vibe. When you're on psychedelics, you can literally feel other people's feelings and what they're going through. So, she really helped me with that. So, fucking love that girl. She's awesome. She's a ride or die till the end. Her and I have been friends for coming up to 10 years now. Never been just friends. Like, I've never had like a friend that's a girl that I know we can be friends for this long. Like, they all either try and get with me, or I have a physical attraction to them. It just doesn't work like that. But Emily and I are really good friends, and we don't have that. We're not physically attracted to each other like that. So it's just a perfect mix, with the friendship with us. But after the arcade, we left, and it was getting dark, so we were starting to come down at the time. So we're like, you know what? Let's go grab some fucking pizza and Ebor and smoke on top of the parking garage. Like, that's how we're gonna end this shit off. Like, that's a good fucking trip. Aquarium, go karts, batting cages, arcade. Like, hey, what better can how much better can it get? Anyways, so yeah, we head over to Ebor. We grab our slices of pizza, and there's like a little place in Ebor that does like New York slices. And I'm from New York. I can't say I grew up there, but I was born there, and every time I go back, I indulge in some pizza. And I feel like this is one of the closest places in Florida that can kind of mimic the pizza in New York. It's like the big slices that you can fold. Fucking great. So we get a couple slices, and we head up to we park on top of the parking garage, and there's really no one up there. It was a pretty dead day. I think it was like a weekday, so we were able to get away with not too many people being around. And we obviously I rolled up. I think I rolled up a blunt or a joint or something to smoke, and we smoked on top of the. We ate our pizza and then smoked up right on top of the garage, just looking at the city of Tampa, all lit up and shit, and the stars over. It was beautiful. A beautiful, beautiful way to end the night with the trip, man. That was probably one of my most enjoyable trips to this day. It was a really good time, and hey, I just wanted to share that with anyone who wanted to listen. So thank you all for listening. I'm sorry if this got a little bit long, but it was just a lot of stuff happened in this story. So hey, if you're still here, I really appreciate you taking the time. And as always, I hope you all have a good day, good night, whatever time. And I'll see you in the next one.